How's it going, guys? This is Rio Murata, photographer based in Tokyo. If you guys probably don't know, ever since Japan was founded, there has been an emperor, and every emperor that realized their own era, they basically name that era by their names. And the famous ones you guys probably know is Taisho, Showa, Heisei, and right now, as of 2023, it's called Reiwa. So the most notable era, in my opinion, in Japanese history is probably the Showa era, which basically spanned from 1926 to 1989, if I'm right. And before Japan's militarization, there was the Industrial Revolution, going to war. We lost the war, Tokyo Olympics, and after that, until 1989, what the computer was found, if I'm right, Windows 95 or so. Well, that's like 6 years before, actually. But during this Showa period, around in 1932, actually, the what you call Okuno Bill, aka building, actually was established. And this is a building that is being located in downtown Ginza. And you guys probably know Ginza is a really expensive area to shop around. You guys hit bullseye. However, this Okuno building is probably the only Showa building that exists ever since it was founded, like 80, 90 years ago. And ever since then, the building itself hasn't changed much. However, back then when it opened up, it was everyone's admiration to be in this location because it is a really expensive area, and at the same time there was this high demand, and also there was people going after these rooms and stuff back in the days because this building was high tech back in the days. However, 1932 is before the war. The war broke out. However, what's interesting was that this building still survives even after the bombardments of bombs being bombed down in downtown Tokyo in 1940 or so. But still, it still exists nowadays, which is notable. And I thought it would be a an interesting time to visit this location, shoot some photos, and yeah, just talk about this area in particular. And FYI, as of 2023, the Okuno building actually right now is not lent as apartments. Right now, as of 2023, it's mostly used for art galleries and also small shops selling rare antique stuff, exquisite products and stuff like that. And periodically there are artists displaying their works in terms of the whole art spectrum, and they sometimes sell them for a really high price, but it is actually an interesting location to check out, so I just went around that area. Luckily, I did not have a high ISO film. I only had settings 100T, slapped that into my Nikon f3 and basically shot around that area. So yeah, on this particular day, I was able to go to 2 exhibitions. I was actually able to like shoot video at, fortunately enough. And one was Tor Archer, who is a sculptor based in San Francisco, California, which was really interesting. And I was talking with him in English actually. And this is like one of the reasons why I should have bought this, a wireless mic, so I can basically talk with him. Unfortunately, I completely forgot about like purchasing a wireless mic, so I couldn't do some kind of interview, unfortunately. But it was a great time actually talking about how he sort of like made his artwork come to life. So another sort of like gallery that I actually went to is a guy named Yukio Mizuno, who actually does illustration, hand drawn. His precision is like beyond my expectations. All of them are masterpieces. He does like various like artwork, like ships, like dogs and like animals and stuff like that, which really looks in real life actually. So and in the end, the first floor was actually open. And keep in mind that the Okuno Building, the shops and galleries typically open from 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I went around 10 o'clock and everything was shut down actually. So I basically had to like wander around 2 hours outside and indoors actually for the shops to open. But the first floor there was actually a glass, like these glasses, shop, but more on the antique type of retro type of style, which is really nice. And if you're looking for a great pair of glasses, vintage looking glasses, not lenses but glasses, is one of the locations to go for. Obviously I'm not too in the sort of like fashionable guy to wear those glasses, but for some people it might suit them. And also there is an antique shop if you're interested on the first floor, and the person, the owner, was kind for me to like sort of like shoot video in there. So that was actually a great opportunity to like shoot video and some photos from the outside. And yeah, that's basically it. So if you have any questions, I'm happy to reply. Keep in mind, it looks like an apartment, but you can like freely go in and go out actually. And if you're doing sort of like a business shoot or something, you need some kind of registration or reservation. I'm not sure if they allow you to do that, but if it's sort of like for personal, just shooting casually photos and stuff and like that and video, they won't mind actually, because they want people to sort of like promote the artists who are working their best to make the best arts to come to life. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please leave it in the description, or not description, the comments area below. I'm happy to reply. And hopefully I will use this wireless mic in my future interviews to come. Today I'm basically testing the audio and stuff like that to see if it really works or not, instead of using a shotgun microphone. So yeah. We'll see you next time. Peace out.